Surviving 100 days of ARK Survival Evolved. I've seen a lot of really good players do it, but now I'm going to try. And don't get me wrong, I know how to play ARK, I'm just not very good at it. It isn't even day 1 yet and I just got scared by the intro.
Are you the one I've been waiting for?
Like, since when did ARK have this? I wake up on day 1 in the most boring area ever and get straight to punching trees and collecting fiber. I make cloth armor and some simple tools before getting my first kill on this helpless dodo and all of his friends. I then walk straight up to this iguanodon and stab it because for some reason I thought they didn't fight back. Uh-oh. This leads me to dying 3 times. Eventually I just build some new stuff and get this white drop. I then see a high level dodo, which of course I tame and name John. I set up a simple thatch base, building a bed, some storage boxes and a mortar and pestle. I then decided to explore the forest but got scared of this snake. After a lot of mining trees, I built this raft, then for some reason I decided to smash down my entire base and move it onto the raft. I head down to a nearby beach and tame this high level moss tops, naming it Terry. He is a surprisingly good berry collector. I also realized that Raptor Claws is happening, but I won't be able to get any presents tonight. I start off the day by seeing this alpha megalodon. Guess we're going back. So I head back up the beach and settle in this little area. I grind out making narcotics, build a bow and some trank arrows. I then go out on a search for a pteranodon. Eventually I found this level 64, which is good enough, so I knocked it out and left it to tame. I built a forge and collected a few rocks in the area to smelt into metal, which I used to build a smithy. I also find this trilobite, which is some easy materials. After a bit of leveling, I unlocked and built the pteranodon saddle. I placed a trough on my boat and filled it up. By now, the pteranodon finally tamed, so I named it Wingy and took it for a fly. During the night, I went drop hunting. I started to go for Raptor Claws presents, but I stopped for Sam far from home. Oh no. And died. Now, I may have died, but my pteranodon did not, so I'm on a mission to go save him. I try spawning near the area a few times, but it's too dangerous. Oh, why is that? So I settled for spawning home and taming this low level pteranodon, which I gave a fitting name. I then start the search for my terror and stuff, getting a few explorer notes on the way. After a while, I find the pteranodon, but my stuff has despawned, so I just fly home. Now that I have literally nothing, it is time to go get all my stuff back, so I go for Raptor Claws and get some impressive loot, including this cryopod, which I use to cry trash, and I hope I never need him again. I also equip and name this chibi. Fred, don't get too attached to it, guys. After making a load of narcotics, I go on a mission to get crystal and found a note which forced me to listen to this random dude.
Maintain their current trajectory, they may be the only powerful tribe on the island.
On my way back to base, I have a close call with this Therizino. Once I'm back, I finally make a spyglass and a preserving bin, which I used to store my jerky and prime. I then decide that this day has been too easy, so I jump off my dino while in the air. No, I don't have parachutes! My stuff is an easy save, but after that mess up, I decide to make parachutes. I then spend the rest of the day looking for a good tame. It's day 5 and I'm still looking for a good tame. Eventually, I give up and just go drop hunting. I then realize I'm in the perfect no-run area, so I scoop up a few nodes for a lot of levels. I then turn my sights onto the redwoods and find this high-level pteranodon, which I knock out and surround the area with wooden spikes, because I'm afraid. My prime eventually spoils, so I had to go kill this Gatchaclaws. Terra finally tamed, so I name it Limey and I head up to the Redwood Mountains. Now I have a dream of a breeding pair of good Argies, so I build this little setup on the mountain. I then grind out enough materials for a few dino gates. Raptor Claws is too far, so I continue my search for an Argie and luckily find this level 108, which would be amazing. Okay. So I trap it and... No! Now the rest of this day I summarized in my notes as dead, 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 what the hell, dead, dead. So here is a nice little montage. Anyway, after that, I went to the spot I died and realized all my stuff has despawned. But that doesn't mean I've given up on the RG dream. In fact, it has motivated me more. But first, I gotta go home, build gear, get flats, build narcotics, and spend an entire night drop hunting. It's day 8 and now feeling fully ready for the redwoods, I head back over to our mini redwoods base and build a forge. I get obsidian from the volcano so I can build a magnifying glass. This is going to be really helpful as it means I won't be killing my tames. I find this purple level 80 RG, which is enough for me, and I knock it out with the assistance of my new magnifying glass.
Yes!
I kill some low level RG for prime. I then spot this max level male RG, so I go back up to my base to check for supplies and I find quite a surprise. What the? I swear it's gotta be messing with me. No, it's gonna eat my RG. Great. After kiting them off and finding out that it didn't affect my RG's taming effectiveness, I can finally breathe again. The RG tamed, so I named it Grape and whistled it out of the trap. I then led the high level male over, messing up a little bit, but I still get it knocked. I almost freeze to death as it becomes day 9 because damn it's cold. My male RG is finally tamed, so I name it Agent Travis. Shout out to anyone who knows where that is from. I fill the RGs with metal and fly home. I then smelt the metal and grind some keratin. The rest of the day is spent hunting for drops. Now that the winter event is over, I start day 10 by saddling up my RGs and finally making Wingy a gravestone. Rest in peace. I take the RGs out on a killing spree and make a load of gunpowder for a long neck rifle and some bullets. Then I go drop hunting again. Now, for the next 90 days of this challenge, I could just sit around and say I survived all 100 days, but instead I want to make this interesting. I've never ascended, so in my 100 days I've challenged myself to get all 10 artifacts, do the 3 bosses, and maybe even ascend. Here we go. After finding this good saddle and a drop, I decided that I wanted a decently strong carnivore. So I grinded out the materials for a trap. I flew Grape over to the swamp, built this really simple wooden trap, and went on the search for a new tame. Eventually I found this level 68 Sarko, which is an okay level, so I bring it over to the trap. I knock it out and kill a nearby Diplo for prime. After not too long, she was tamed, so I named her Snapper. I flew home and made her a saddle. Honestly, I totally forgot how quick these things are underwater. Anyway, I spent the rest of the day leveling the Sarko. I grinded loads of materials in order to build some spike walls, a dino gate, foundations, and a fabricator, as I'm preparing to move to a new location. I've seen other 100-day YouTubers use this stone area at 50-50 near the redwoods, which looks really good, so I want to go there. I made this stylish new hat and began traveling to the new location. After this Microraptor scare, I cleared the area of dinos using Snapper. I used the perimeters to make a spike wall with just one dino gate entrance. I then returned home and moved all my materials into my dinos. After saying goodbye to Wingy's grave and the raft, bye raft, we were on our way. Once I had arrived at the base, I placed down the foundations along with a preserving bin and trough. I built another small trap in the base and started the search for a Doedicurus. I found this light blue one which was really nice, but it was quite injured, so I'm gonna let it heal for a bit. I tamed this low level Phiomia while I was waiting for the Doed and named it Turd Monster. Very mature name, I know. This parasaur spawned in my base, so it had to go. I collected wood in the RG and built the Doed saddle. Day 14 started with this absolute dookie of a job, but by now the Doed is fully healed, so I knock it out and start taming it with berries. The Doed is definitely going to take a while, so I go out and search for a Terror, and after not long, I find this level 112 male, which is perfect. So I knock it out, surround it with spike walls, and get jumped by this Microraptor. After that, this happens. What? But it is an easy save, and by now the Terror had starved enough, so I tamed it up and named it Blueberry. I now have a coloured breeding pet of both RGs and Terrors. The Doed finally tamed, so I named it Cyan Ryan and started construction of my base. The base was finally finished on the morning of day 15, so I spent the day filling it up with beds, storage boxes, a bookshelf, a mortar and pestle, John the Dodo, refining forges, a smithy, and even a fabricator. I ended the day by making this load of gasoline. After making this load of bullets, I scoop up my Sarko because I want to take her on a killing spree. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So I surrounded her with spikes and just killed some stuff myself. After finding the organic polymer that I needed, I added some fridges, a generator, and some lights to the base. I bred the Terrors and the RGs and found this good pipe. I built this little air condition corner, and I killed some more ducks in order to build another generator and some air cons. After incubating the eggs, I built and filled this trough as well as breeding the RGs and Terrors again. I took Terry out on a berry run in order to build a load of narcotics. The babies were finally born. Whoa, we got twins! So I named them Lemon Lime, Frank, Red Grape 1, Red Grape 2, and Grapefruit. This RG also tried to attack, which I couldn't allow. Anyway, I spent the rest of the day raising the babies. Now that the babies have reached 10%, I fill up the trough and then the babies get jumped by a pego. So I set my Psycho on guard. I build a load of tranks and then die. After this, I go out on the search for a strong tame and find this good Theory that I need to tame. I knock out the Theory and surround it with wooden spikes, and then this level 116 Rex comes out of the forest. So I rush home, make more tranks, drop by the Theory to fill it up with berries. I pump everything I have into the Rex, but it isn't enough. So I make tranks and then I finally knock it out. After this, Blueberry dies to raptors. So I just use all the narcotics I have to keep the Theory alive. The Rex eventually tames, so I name him Blade. In the morning of day 20, the Theory tamed, so I named it Miss Tickled and walked my 2 new tames home victorious. I then realised that my new dinos can't get into my base. I make them saddles and mourn Blueberry. Rest in peace, Blueberry, loving father of 2 and good friend. Rest in peace. I imprint the babies before placing a behemoth and killing this Alpha Carno with Blade. I spend the rest of the day trying to get a high level female Rex to spawn. The entirety of day 21 was dedicated to resource farming. I got chitin, berries, gunpowder and narcotics in order to fill up the trough and make some trank darts. I ended the day by going on a metal run because I want an industrial grill. Yeah, I know, it's not that good, but whatever. Anyway, this new Rex spawned, but it was bad, so I killed it. I got pelt from bears to make fur gear, and by now some of the babies are fully grown, so I saddle them up and breed a backup egg. Just in case. I killed a load of alphas with Blade and got some really good loot out of it. I cooked the prime from the alphas and watched the babies. It is officially time to go to the snow. So after a bit of preparation, I set off on the look for a good Udi. While in the snow, I'm high enough level to unlock the industrial forge, so I get oil and find this high level Uranus, but then this happens. No. The Udi is camping my body, so after I barely get my stuff back, I return home, imprint the RGs, and then search around for some good dinos. Which I don't find. I start day 24 by flying super far to get this red drop, which was so bad. After a while, I find this high level Daedon, so I pick him up and carry him all the way home, which almost killed my RG. I give the pig prime, and after not too long it was tamed, so I named him George. I saddled the pig and went on the search for an Anki. We celebrate the quarter milestone by being jumped by this Thyla. After that encounter, I decide that I want a Thyla, so I go on the search for one and find this yellow one after not too long, which looks pretty stupid. I knock out the Thyla and then get attacked by these terrorbirds, which luckily doesn't change the effectiveness. After this, I'm way too afraid to leave, so I hide in the trap until it tames and I name it Banana. My RGs are fully grown, so I breed them for backup eggs just in case. I make the Thyla and the RG saddle and then took Banana for some leveling. Day 26 starts with this ton of spark powder being made. Also, shout out to John the Dodo for making it as far as this as our first tame. I took Grapefruit and the hunt for a good RG and Rex, killing all the low level ones to get Grapefruit some levels. I find this level 68 Anki and it doesn't really matter, so I take him home and knock him out. I then search in the mountain area for Rexes but find nothing. I couldn't find any Rexes, so I'm going somewhere I was sure I could find one. Carno Island. I killed 2 bad level Rexes on the island and almost died to the cold. I stay on the island collecting the jobs and killing the Rexes. After what feels like forever, I give up and go home very sad. I realised that the Anki was tame, so I named it Spike and gave it a saddle. I then take the 2 red grapes and our new Anki out on a crystal and metal run. The next 3 days are pretty boring, so I've mixed them all together. I smelt the metal, clean up the base, breed more terrors, start incubating eggs, unlock the chemistry bench and pump action. I start working on a greenhouse. The babies hatch, so I name them Fred and Lima. I get seeds for the greenhouse and make a water line up to it. After finally using Turd Master to get some fertilizer, I imprint the dinos and then go on a massive obsidian and crystal run to the volcano. I then go to the snow for polymer and silica pearls. I see a Donkey Wonky-saurus on my way home, but I don't really want it. So I make a pump, some bullets, and a chemistry bench. I make a load of bullets as well as some med brews, some grappling hooks, and even more flak. Because if you can't already tell, we are going caving. It's day 31, we're about to go on our first cave. And I really don't want to die, but if I don't get a move on, I'm not going to be able to get all the artifacts in time. I feel like I'm pretty prepared. I've got the Thyla. Here I go. Okay. Okay. Oh no, enemy at the spit. Brother. Already. Oh. I can't believe I'm wearing cloth armor. Okay, yes. Bro, those things are such menaces. Go. About to go in for the artifact wearing cloth armor. I got it. I got it. Here we go. Yes. When I got home, I spent the rest of the day repairing my gear. Now, since I only have 100 days to be the Overseer, it is really important to preserve the days in this challenge. Anyway, I wasted 3 days searching for a high-level Rex or Theory. Please be good. The only legitimately useful thing from these days was that the Pteranodons finally grew up. Sorry. Since that was definitely not working, I decided I would make a load of cryopods in a drop and head over to the snow. I find these good flak boots in a drop, and after not too long, a level 116 Megatherium, which I knock out and place spike walls around. I use the Rex to clear the area and collect Prime. By day 36, the Megatherium was tamed, so I named her Megan and then went out on the search for another one. I gave up on the search after a while and head home. When I get home, I'm greeted by a good enough Rex and Theory, so I decide to tame the Theory first and try a really stupid plan of bringing it into my base, which forces me to kill it. Anyway, after that, Trash dies. After reparking my dinos, I'm off to find that Rex, but yeah, it's gone. I can't find it anywhere, so I start clearing the beach and then I find this perfect Theory. So I kill his friends and get this really good vantage point on him. Day 38 is a big turning point for me as I stop to... Oh, what? I get my stuff and then I realise that the Theory is right next to 2 alphas, which I kill with Blade. I set up the trap and then my notes say that I hate this game. Oh no. Great. This is gonna happen, isn't it? Run. That's why. I'm now dedicated to get that Theory, so I make the trap bigger and finally trap him. Yeah, you stay there, bozo. I make Lima a gravestone, rest in peace. I get flak gear and food. I knock the Theory and then see this good female Megatherium right next to him, so I turn home, make some trank dots and build another trap. I trap and knock the Megatherium on the morning of day 40 and then I sit around waiting for them to tame. For a very long time. After a while, the Megatherium tames, so I name her Maria. I trap a Diplo in the trap and by the end of the day, the Theory tamed, so I named him Mr. Tickles. I returned home and threw out the new dinos. I collect wood and then breed the Theory and the RGs. I begin to build this new boss dino area with wooden spikes and a trough. I move the Theories in. One day this will be filled with boss dinos. I start incubating the eggs and then harvest some veggies from the greenhouse. The baby Theory hatches, so I name it Tickles the First and go on a berry run but get scared of the bonus Rex. The day ends with this accidental RG egg being made. The RG eggs hatch, so I breed the Theories again and use Turd Monster to fertilize the crops. I imprint Tickles and go on a wood and metal run. I breed the Theories again as I'm going to start stockpiling them to hatch all at once. I make the Megatherium some saddles and then I move them into the boss area. This Aloe is camping the base on the morning of day 43, so I put him down. I make a load of bullets, imprint the babies, and then set my sights onto the central cave. I am at the cave entrance to get the artifact of the clever. First one didn't go so good, so I got backup armor. Nope. Medru. Bro, this thing never dies. There's the artifact. Come on.
Bruh.
I've got it. I tamed this dung beetle on the morning of day 40 and head home victorious. I make some scissors and finally give myself a trim. I go on this meat run and then move Blade into the boss dino area. I tame this Dimorphodon and name him Dave. Yeah, don't get too attached to Dave, guys. I imprint Tickles and go out on a dino search. Other than being jumped by the Siler and finding this massive Bronto pack, there was nothing really good. I imprint the dinos and then died. And then Dave died. And then I died. Day 47, I get my stuff back. I repair it and then I find this really good Megatherium stuck in the rocks, so I knock him out. After this yellow drop, the Megatherium tames, so I name him Matthew and breed him with the others. I become level 89, so I unlock the industrial cooker and then go on this massive berry run. I get a double Rex spawn behind my base, but they both suck. Honestly, I'm so sick of getting low level Rexes now. I need to get something good. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Oh, that's pretty good. I knock her out and surround her with spike walls before dying to a Microraptor. The Rex tames up, so I name her Samurai and return home to some Megatheriums being born. After imprinting the babies and breeding the Rexes, I realize that the RGs are fully grown, so I saddle them and realize that I have so many RGs now. I place and fill this trough for the Rexes and then tragedy struck. Where the hell's John? No! John! I was outraged and also I had no idea what had happened, but my best guess is that he ran off when I accidentally whistled all, like 14 days ago, and I just didn't realise. So I took my swift revenge and gave him a gravestone. It is sort of sad that my first tame got this close to making it halfway. Rest in peace. Anyway, we are halfway, so I think it is time that I tell you all my plan. So I'm sure you know on the island that there's 3 different bosses, and each boss has like a weakness to its own dino. So for the Brood Mother, it's Megatheriums. For the Dragon, it's Therazinos. And then for the Megapithecus, it's the Rexes. So my plan is to build 3 separate armies and take each one into a different boss fight, and then when it comes to the Overseer at the very end, what I'll do is I'll take only the best from each army, like a mixture of all 3. And then that's the hope that I can actually do this, but it's gonna be bloody hard. I start incubating 7 Theri eggs and a Rex egg. 1 Theri egg hatches, which I name Tickles the second. I breed the Megatheriums again and then do some greenhouse work. I breed the Rexes, go on a metal run, imprint the Megatheriums, and then go on a berry run. Day 51 is dedicated to baby raising. I hatch the 6 Theri eggs and get this new alpha male as well as this mailing mutations on a female. The baby Megatheriums are born, I steal 2 Diplo eggs, collect fur, and then do some imprinting. By now the Theris have reached 10%, so I do one last imprint and then head over to the snow, because I need polymer, and if you're an ARK player, you know the best way to get it. Yeah, sorry Pengu. I find this good blue drop and then return home to breed the Megatheriums. I'll make some ghillie armor to be ready for some lava caves. I make some cementing paste and this platform as I finally have the Industrial Forge! Day 54, I start making a load of gasoline and go on this massive metal run to test out our new forge. I repair my fur and then go into the snow in search of another Daedon. I find what I'm looking for after not too long and almost die to the stego. I fly the Daedon home and drop it in the trap before knocking her out and killing this diplo for prime. She tames up, so I name her Bertha and saddle her. I breed the pigs and start preparing for our next cave. Wish me luck, this place is apparently very hot. I did. Ditch. Oh no. Rest in peace, banana. No! Attempt 2, this time with a Sarko. Can't run across a jump though, can I? This is it, guys. Yes! Yes! We return home victorious on the morning of day 56 and are greeted by a baby pig. I imprint the babies, make saddles for the grown-ups, and then make Banana and Snapper a gravestone. Rest in peace. I have this good saber saddle, so time to go tame one for our new cave runner. I find this level 108 in a fight, which I pick up and take home. I knock him out, tame him up, and call him Orange before spending the rest of the day leveling him. Day 58 starts with some greenhouse work, and our second boss pig is born. I place some preserving bins and start making jerky in them. I get a load of cementing paste and then spend the rest of the day trying to tame this monkey. I start day 59 by going on a massive metal run and then I get attacked, which ends in tragedy. No, Spike! What? This is why I bred this many Argies. I spend the rest of the day getting revenge and recovering some metal. I buried Grapefruit Jr. and Spike. Rest in peace. But they didn't die for nothing, as I finally make an industrial cooker. I go on a berry run but get attacked by these aloes. Honestly, I have to find a safer place to collect berries. Another baby pig is born, and then I make a load of medberries in these rooftop artifact pedestals. I went on this wood run to make a load of charcoal in the indie forge for bullets. Our last baby pig is born, so I do some imprinting before going on our next cave. I'm not lying when I say that I cheesed this entire cave. After clearing the starting area, I jumped down to the bottom and drew the dinos further away. After doing this a few times, I parachute down, grab the artifact, and then just grappled back up. I return home, place the artifact, and then search the area for a baryonyx. I can't find a baryonyx, so on the morning of day 63, I return home to a load of grown-up dinos which I make saddles for, sort, and level. I go on a meat run because I'm about to hatch a load of Rex eggs. While the eggs incubate, I find this Anki which I trap and knock out. I saddle and park dinos on the morning of day 64 before all the eggs hatch, so I move them into the boss dino area. So this is how many boss dinos we have at the moment, and we got a few more walking in. And let them grow up. Later on in the day, I realize that the Anki's tame, so I name it Spike 2. Day 65 is a grinding day as I make the Anki saddle, refill the troughs, go on a metal run, imprint the babies, breed the megatheriums, build some tranks, and even make some kibble. This is as I want to tame a Bronto, so I spend a long time looking for one, but just die instead. Honestly, I'm so happy that this isn't hardcore. After looking at this Quetzal above the base, I find this high level Barry which I knock out, and then a Pego steals my Pteranodon. I didn't even know that they could do that. I collect some fish meat and then the Barry tames, so I name it Barry. Day 67, I'm back to looking for a Bronto, so I searched what felt like the entire map before visiting our old raft and Wingy's grave. We have came a long way since we left this place. I get beaver dams and then my armor breaks. Instead of being smart and repairing my armor, I find this high level Bronto, which immediately dies to Rexes. Damn it. I finally get a stroke of luck in finding this female Barry, which I knock out, but the luck doesn't last long as this parasol ruins her taming effectiveness, and then I die. Twice. She finally tames, so I head home. When I get home, I realize that those baby megatheriums I bred on day 65 are now nowhere to be seen. Rest in peace. I saddle the Barrys, Theries, and pigs before moving the pigs out of the boss area as it is getting too crowded. The rest of the footage up to day 70 has somehow been lost in the archives forever, but they were mostly dedicated to baby breeding, so it doesn't really matter too much. The only notable things that happened was that I tamed a terror bird. I don't actually know why. I also had my Barrys and megatheriums have children, and the megatheriums ended up having these super cool bright red and pink colours. And I also painted a load of stuff. The morning of day 71 was spent raising babies and going on a meat run. I then decided that since I couldn't find a good Bronto, I would go for a mammoth, which I found almost straight away in this freezing cold storm, but this swimming Rex ruins my tame. I end the day with finding this max level white one. I knock out the max level, place spikes around it, and go drop hunting while the mammoth starves, and I suddenly see this max level Yudi. I hit him with so many tranks, and then he gets this running stage where he jumps right into the ocean and dies to some megalodons. By now my mammoth is tamed, so I name it Snowball and fly home. I throw out the mammoth, imprint the babies, and put this journeyman saddle on Snowball. I end the day by making some trank darts. Day 73, I clear this area with the Anki and go on a massive wood run. I make a load of spikes to extend the boss dino area. I paint my hair and my baby Barry gets fully grown. I go on a fish run and then the Rexes are fully grown, so I saddle and park them before finding this yellow drop. I make scuba gear, a raft, some beds, and a storage box. And if you're wondering why my baby Barry's name is Good Luck, it is because where he's going, he's definitely going to need it. Here I am on the east of the map, about to go in for the artifact of the brew. That's all I have on my side. Speed. Oh no, that sun is going down. Oh, a red drop. I'm quicker.
To this
Stop
is a
talking, I can see
terrifying
the
opponent for
artifact.
several
And
reasons.
there's nothing around it other
Firstly,
than jellyfish.
it's grab.
What? Good luck, come here, boy. Come here, come here. Yeah, okay. On day 75, I pick up the artifact, head home, and place it with the others. I selectively breed the best Rexes and Theries for 7 more eggs of each dino. Go on a obsidian run at the volcano before collecting the eggs. I place the last artifact pedestals and then hit this insane jump solo on the mammoth. I go on this berry run to make some chank darts before heading to the snow where I saw this Titanosaur and Khaki Donkey Wonkinsaurus. I collect polymer from penguins, but I've slaughtered so many, so I feel bad and I tame one which I call Pengu. What are you looking at, Pengu? I end the day by making this ton of cryopods at the obelisk. I return home, put some cryos in the fridge and start incubating the eggs. This is about the point that I realise that I've left Pengu behind. I look back on the footage and I find his last moments on camera. That's him back there. So I tamed him because I felt bad and then I just flew off and left him in the cold. Oh well. I make a load of bullets and pick up some eggs and go on our next cave. It doesn't last very long as I'm freezing to death, so I fly home, get some fur and continue. Okay, here we go, round 2. Now we're exploring ARK.
Seeing the likes of mammoths first, I wondered how herds of mammoths were able to find enough plant life to graze on. But then I saw them sweeping up the areas and have a herd mentality.
Get up. Oh! Whoa, here's something. Once it's over, I return home, place the artifacts and realise that the Megatheriums are fully grown. Day 79, I make saddles for the Megatheriums and then breed them. I build this trough in the extended boss area and keep incubating the eggs. This Alpha Raptor attacks, so after dying, I kill it with this Rex for levels. I repair my armor and replace the spikes which the Alpha Raptor broke. I accidentally hatched this egg, so I had to rescue them and move them into the baby raising area. I go on a meat run and build this other trough before hatching the Theria eggs. I move the babies to the baby raising area and the Megatheriums are born. I raise and imprint the babies before going on a search for a good Uranus. After not too long, I find this level 84, which unfortunately also falls in water. Budgie, be quiet! No! Day 81, I'm still searching for a Udi and find this level 104 after not too long. So I knock him out, collect time, place spike walls, and realise that he's literally in a rock, which is the perfect place for me to hide while he eats for the rest of the day. He's finally tamed, so I name him Yabba Dabba Doo and return home to do some imprints. I make my Udi a saddle and take him out for some leveling. I watch my babies for a bit, make some kibble, and head over to the ocean in order to tame this high level dolphin, which I called Good Luck 2. You can guess why. Day 83, I killed this Alpha Raptor that was threatening the base. I died of this Microraptor and then we were up to our next cave. Here I am about to go in for the Artifact of the Cunning. It's another underwater one. Going in. What? Swim, swim! Oh my! Bro, what kind of joke is this? What the hell? Yeah, whatever, there it is. This place is empty, this room's empty. And just when I was ready to give up, I got it. After that pure hell, I return home, place the artifact, imprint the babies, and watch the birth of a new Megatherium. Day 85, I grab my gear and... Alright, here I am about to go into the Swamp Cave to get the Artifact of the Immune. Day 86, I return home, place the artifact, imprint the dinos, and then another one. Here I am on the north of the map, about to go in for the artifact of the Sky Lord in the Crouch Cave. Come on, mate. I return home, place the artifact, make med brews, and then go on this meat run. After these twin Megatheriums, I go on this metal run and find these delicious raptors near the base. I tame this high-level Dimorphodon and name him Dr. Don. I end the day by making a load of saddles. On the morning of day 88, nothing happened. Yeah, that's because I forgot to record and this was a good day, so I've decided to recreate it for you. I'm here at the Artifact of the Strong. Oh no, a load of wolves. No, my Rex died. This is why I brought a backup. Wow, an Ascendant shotgun. Yes, I got the artifact. Day 89, I park and level the fully grown Rexes before organising and watching the babies. There is only 10 days left of this challenge, so before we jump into any big boss fights, I want to reflect on everything we've done so far. Graves, like all these dead dinos, and I can remember all of them. We got our cave fighters, which were barely even used. The greenhouse, with good old Turd Eater in. All our useful farm dinos. All the baryonyxes. All the pigs, which are going to be going into the boss fights. The RGs, and we have every single artifact on the island. We also got our Uranus and Snowball. Through here I have an absolute Rex army, quite a lot of Therazinos, and then the babies, and just a few Megatheriums. But yeah, now it's time for a boss fight, so I scoop up my Megatheriums and look at the artifact collection for one last time. And now it's time to fight the Broodmother. Gamma Broodmother, here we go. Let's go! Yes! Let's go, guys. Yes! Oh, barely even damaged. Day 91, I return home victorious and place down the flag as a sign of dominance. I throw out my dinos to let them heal before this Rex attacks the base. I put them down and then make this shotgun attachment and paint a load of stuff to look cool. I go on this meat run, build some bullets, build some med brews, and end the day by cryoing the fully grown Theries. Day 92 was dedicated to leveling the Theries in packs. I leave them to level and then cryo my Rexes, which these are the stats in case you were interested. I fly to the orb, throw out the dinos, and almost freeze to death. And now I think it's time that we fight the Megapithecus. After that massive victory, I place the flag to flex even more and separate my dinos into groups, and make my best possible armor using some blueprints. I grab the artifacts, make some canteens, and then fly to the orb. And on the morning of day 94, I fight the dragon. Here I am, about to go into the dragon fight. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is one that I'm really not confident on, because I've done this boss fight before, and I've never beat it. On other worlds, I've lost so many Theries. I got my best armor on, and there's nothing really to do other than start it. Alright, is everyone in? Yeah, I think so. Alright, over there, boss. Help me out here, guys. Oh my. Oh. How? Oh, my dog's gone crazy. Let's see. They're either very hurt or barely hurt. Let me have a look. Ooh, some of them were. Oh no, Piggy. Piggy! I turn home victorious, place the flag for the ultimate flex, and paint my Dimorphodon so we now look so cool. I go on this massive wood run to make a load of rafts, and you're probably thinking, Plague, you have like 6 days left. Why are you making rafts? Well, that's because you can place them on lava. Yeah, shout out to Granty as I saw this on his channel. Day 95, I accidentally die to lava and then grind rafts all day to complete the raft floor. Day 96, I make a load of Medbury and take my dinos up into the volcano area. Day 97, I set up the following lines, and I just want to say that this video took 100 hours to record and probably like another 50 to edit, so a like and subscribe would be hugely appreciated. And now, without further ado, I think it is time for us to see how this all ends. Tech Cave and then the Overseer. 3 follow lines set up. A Rex one, a Ferry one, and then a few Megatheriums as well on the second thing. Isn't much to really do other than that. Whew. I think that's everyone. Yeah, it's all the dinos I brought in. Easy. No. Stop. Stop. Oh no. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I'll be finding that today. Come here. There's a Giga there? Come on. Yes, he's in the lava. Okay. Okay, so I'm safely at the snow part of the cave. I've got a lot of Theries, about 4 Rexes, a few Megatheriums. Honestly, I think I've done pretty good. Ooh, oh, it's freezing. Here we are. Woo. Alright, yeah, this is all my dinos. I think we're ready to go in. Alright, enable passive healing. And let's go. Let's see, is everyone in? Oh yeah, we're all definitely in. Whoa, Overseer! This is everything. Alright, here we are in the terminal. Let me just... Come on, guys. This might be it, guys. Honestly, we're gonna give it everything we have. We are. Is it gonna be enough? Oh, I see it. I see it. Everyone still with me? Come on! Overseer. Let's go. Here we go. Go! Bro, these flying things are actually so... Whoa, what is that? I did not know it did that. Alright, let's see what's it turning into. Oh, it's monkey. Get it, boys! Alright, it's monkey food. Oh no, it's a dragon? Everyone go, we need to kill this. I hate this mode. so much damage. I think we got the dragon though, we did. But my Yudi's on half health. Oh, got her. Come on, fight. Oh no, they're bleeding. They're really bleeding. Actually, no, it's the Rexes though. I brought the fairies because the Rex is going. Final form. And it's Broom Mother too, so easy. Go, get it guys. Yes! Alright, I'm hopping off the Yudi, it's gonna die. Alright, let's go. Come on. Get me on a ferry. Get me on one. Yes. It's there. What? It's turned into the monkey again. Damage. Oh, this is gonna be so close, bro. Oh, they're dying. Yes! Bro, how is this thing not dead? Medbrew. Alright, Medbrew. Get back on one. What's it turning into? Pray. It's Broom Mother, that's easy. Come on! We're down to like 5 of us. Yes! Yes! Oh! We are so close to that. 2k health on my fairy. That was so stupidly close. I hate that. Come on! I can't believe it, we did it. And so on day 100, we beat the Overseer and truly ascended the island. I cannot believe that we did it, and honestly, I don't know what we'll do next. You could beat the Manticore. What's a Manticore?